Hi, I'm Mike with Motorrad Audio, and this video is going to cover what comes with our Garmin Zumo mount for the K1600 with the TFT screen. So this will apply to the Garmin Zumo XT, the XT2, and the XT3 are all basically the same. So we'll start with a quick unboxing and then show some of the accessories that are also available with this kit. Everything you'll see in the video is available with the Garmin. We do sell it as a complete package for those of you in North America. Anybody that's international or someone that already has a Garmin, then these would be the parts that you would use with the Garmin that you have of your own. So in the basic kit, you're going to get the mount itself that's pre-taped and ready for installation that you'll see later. You'll get the plugs that you need to make the T-harness with your existing Garmin wiring. You'll have 4 screws for mounting the Garmin piece to this. You'll have a couple heat shrink butt connectors if you want to use butt connectors or crimping to attach these to your Garmin, or you'll have a couple pieces of heat shrink if you want to solder and do that. Other accessories that are available to buy as an add-on, and you'll see the drop-down menus with the video. One is going to be the Moto Pump security lock. What this will do is will mount behind your Garmin piece that we'll show you here in a second and actually lock the release trigger from being able to be activated, so it'll secure it to the bike if you don't want it to be removed. It will then have these security screwdrivers, so to speak, that you put in here, and you can unscrew this locking pin out if you want to be able to remove the unit. So I'll cover a little bit more detail on that in a second. Another option will be a Garmin carrying case that can be added on. So if you do like to remove yours, you can put it in this protective case and throw it in a side bag or top case for security. And then if you're not someone that wants to wire these in to your existing plugs, or if you have a Garmin on a different bike and you want to be able to transfer it from one bike to the other, we will offer the actual Garmin mount itself with the harness already pre-done. So you don't have to do any wiring. It's already ready to go. This will be another thing that's available in the drop down. So if you do have a Garmin and you're going to use the existing mount, then what you'll have that comes in your kit is going to be this piece here with bare wires. So pretty basic. You're going to take these 2 reds here, twist them together, and connect them to the red on the Garmin here. Same thing with the blacks. You'll twist those together and connect those to the black wire on there, and that effectively creates a T-harness that you'll be able to plug in when you see the video after this. On this mount, there will be these little black T-spacers or whatever you want to call them on the back. You'll want to remove those out of there to get them out of the way, because these screws will bite into that and keep the screws from going in properly. So pop those little metal inserts out of the back of here, and then it simply screws directly to our mount here. If you're doing the Moto Pump, then that's just going to go in behind it and lock into place here and keep that trigger from being able to go down. So that basically covers what comes in the basic kit and some of the add-ons. We're going to go ahead and splice in the actual rest of the installation right after this. The video that you'll be seeing is for one of our Apple CarPlay devices. The installation will be exactly the same, so just follow the directions for that. And certainly if you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks. Hi, I'm Mike with Motorrad Audio, and this video is going to cover installation of our Apple CarPlay Android Auto device, as well as the Garmin navigation for the K1600's with the TFT screen. So it does cover all models of K1600's. Very straightforward installation. Will probably only take you about 10 to 15 minutes to perform it, and very minimal tools. You're literally removing 2 screws, and everything else is plug and play from that point on. So if you happen to be looking at any future models that we've done on our website, this video is still going to apply to pretty much anything going in this location on that bike. So let's go ahead and get into the installation. All right, so first things first, you'll want to turn the ignition on and go ahead and bring your windscreen up to give yourself some working room. You'll go ahead and pop this up and remove the 2 screws that are right here on the top of the screen. So once you have those 2 screws out, you just pop the screen out. You could either lay a blanket here and just leave the screen connected, or you could squeeze the tabs right here to unplug the main plug and simply pull the small plug out. Do take care when you put the small plug back in. It is keyed and is only made to go in one way. So if you put the screen back on and you find some of your features are not available, most likely you plugged this one in wrong and you need to take it back off and plug it in properly. Thankfully, it does not damage anything if you plug it in wrong, so it's not a big deal other than some items will not be accessible on the screen. So go ahead and get our screen out of the way. And the installation is going to be very simple. With our T-harness that's included, it's going to plug right in line with this plug right here. This plug is supplying 12 volts up to the cell phone charging port in here. The 5-volt adapter for the cell phone is built inside of this, so you're actually plugging it in before that 5-volt supply is switched over. So simply unplug that plug, and then you're going to be taking our T-harness and plugging that in line with it. So let me grab that really quick. So you'll take our T-harness, plug that into the factory plug, and replug the other end back into the one that's left in the bike. So now you have your power source for the unit. You'll simply bundle this cable up and wire tie it into a decent bundle that you're going to be putting into this cavity right here behind the screen, and then wire tying it to this harness and anything else you can, just to keep it from flopping around in there. You're going to need to leave enough length on this cable to be able to open and close this should you need to. So for right now, we'll leave everything as is and move to actually mounting the screen, and then we'll get all of our cables tied up after the screen is on there. Okay, so here we have our screen with our mount already on it, pre-taped and ready to apply. You'll want some masking tape or painter's tape or something along those lines for helping get this centered. So before taking your tape off, just place that over top of there. It should stay in place pretty well all on its own. Go ahead and get it centered, sit on the bike, get everything in the middle, and then once you have done that, take a couple pieces of tape and stick those on each side of it to get your center point. So once you have your tape on each side, you can then remove this. I did not center this perfectly. This installation is not going to be permanent. I'm also shooting one for our camera models, so just bear with me. This will be semi-temporary. But you'll want to peel your tape off and then push this back into position in between those tape pieces so you know you have it centered for your permanent installation. So once you have that on there permanently, you can finish the rest of the installation, which is going to be your cable running down. You'll need enough slack to where this can open and close. So you'll want to make sure that you bring this all the way up and then bring your cable down where you're going to be coming in between the screen and this. So you'll have this excess, which will just tuck behind your screen once it's installed, and make sure you've got enough clearance there for that. So you'll bring this down, screw the connectors together to power it up, and then bundle these wires together with a wire tie and tuck them right down into this hole. And that's basically it. Pop your screen back on and you're ready to go. We'll splice in a different video with this that shows how to use the unit and some different keys about it, but the installation really is that simple. Just stick it on there, pop the same thing in. When it comes to the Garmin is going to be identical. It's going to be on a mount that is basically exactly the same with the Garmin mount. It will have the same exact T-harness. The only thing is it will be missing this box because the conversion of power is being done inside of the Garmin. So there'll be a little bit less cable to contend with, but the installation is going to be exactly the same, with leaving some slack in there so you can still open this up. You can still put your phone in there and charge if you'd like to, and it all works like it's made to. So if you have any questions, certainly just let us know. I'll go ahead and splice in a video showing the Apple CarPlay Android Auto in action. It will only be the Apple portion. I do not have an Android to be able to demo that portion, so I apologize for that. But naturally, if you have any questions, just reach out to us. Thanks.